So we've come to bring you a few lives, and we're going to do a few vigils in some of the most active areas, because obviously with what's going on in the world right now, what we want to do is to keep you all ghost hunting. So we're going to put these out. They're not going to be lives on the night that you see them, but they're going to be what's experienced as we're doing it now. So we'll update you in a few minutes. We'll come back with something really special, hopefully.
If there's anybody here with us, if you can see all the objects, the devices that we've placed around the areas, could you please try walking up to any of them? See if you can make them flash, make a noise, or turn them on, just to give us a sign that you're here. We're not here to harm you, we come with the greatest of respect. Can you please come forward, come and join us where we're stood.
Birds, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like birds or patterns?
That temperature change.
It was flashing blue, weren't it?
It was. You had an orange light and a blue light.
Okay, that's air pressure going down.
Interesting.
Please, if you are here, don't be afraid to come forward. Can you make a noise in the chapel area? Try and make a noise in there. Try and move something if you can.
There's no need to be frightened of us. We are nice, friendly people.
When you look at it now, and then imagine what it was like when it was working and busy, and people here. The trolleys here, because this would have been where they prepped everything. Put the
Every
bodies
time you
into there.
speak, that EDI into the colour and the light, it's really weird. That's now third time. Is it Hazel's voice you like? Walk to these boxes with the orange numbers. Make them light up.
Come over towards this centre box, this round box in the middle of the room if you can. Listen to this noise. That's all it will do, is make a noise. It won't hurt you. Just walk towards that and try and go near it. It will find you. Come on. Are you male? Can you give us a knock if you're male? Are you female? Should we leave the equipment here and all go into the chapel area? Just go into there and then we'll just look at the equipment. If anyone can film the equipment as well, and then we'll ask them to go that way round.
Yeah.
Oh, mine's going off now. Is that because we're leaving? Yeah. Do you want us to stay here? Make it go really blue if you'd rather us stay in the room. Did you not want us to go into the chapel? That's it, make it go really, really bright blue. Can you do that? Would you prefer somebody to stand out here with you while we all go into the chapel? I think that's a yes.
Okay, and what about leaving?
I'll stay here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I like you.
That's it. He's found his victim, so he volunteers.
Speak again.
Hello? Do you want me to stay in this section, Spirit?
Wow.
It's really strong.
Very strong.
Alright, I'll stay here then.
It's weird how you said after we go into the chapel and went off.
Yeah. Spirit, we've all come into this area, and Steve is with you if you're in that other area. Do you think you could try and go towards those objects again for us? Like you just did. We're not looking.
Spirit, is it the men that you want to talk to? You seem to be attracted to speak to Steve. If it's the males that you want to speak to, please step forward. Make a noise for us.
I'm going to knock. If you could try and copy this noise, that would be really good.
I thought I heard something then, but it sounded like a frog. You went, oh, apologies.
On the stomach. So I'm going to knock on this cross. Can you try and copy the noise? There's something
I didn't hear a knock.
It's just behind you. You have to... Can you do that again if it was you?
If there's anybody around us, if you can hear us, maybe you're out in the corridor or if you're in this room, if you can see all of the objects that we've put out on the floor, you can use them to let us know that you are here with us. Try walking up close to any of them. And they'll flash or make a noise.
Oh,
Fantastic, thank you.
I'll just put my face towards that to see when you say about second point.
Can you try doing that again for us, please? That was really good. Thank you for showing us that you are here. We really appreciate that. There's so many different objects on the floor. They all do different things. That little ball that you've shown us, if you touch it again, that will flash different colours. The boxes that have the orange numbers on, they'll sense when you're around them. And on the table behind us, and over to the right. Oh, fantastic, thank you. That's ever so clever. Can you try and make that flash again for us if you're a female?
Hi, spirits. We don't do you any harm at all. We don't mean any disrespect. You've probably not seen people for a long time. We just want to talk to you, understand who you are, why you're here, communicate with you in any way that you can. There's lots of things on the floor that you don't need to be frightened of. If you go near them, they'll make noises or flash lights. We could make a noise on something in the room. Could you just make a noise to let us know that you're with us, please?
I was creaking the chairs when you were talking over there then as well.
Okay.
You and me and Mandy both looked at the same time, didn't we? Yeah.
Almost as if someone's sitting down, isn't it?
Yeah.
It reminds me so much of more Community Gardens
Yeah.
in a strange way, even though it's nothing like it. The feeling about it all. It's like something that was used so much for entertainment.
So it feels it's either going to be residual and they're just doing the same thing as what they've always done, or it's intelligent and they're sitting down and listening to us.
Did anybody just hear that?
No.
Whistle?
No.
Did you hear it?
No.
Can't do it. Just like that.
No. Oh my God.
If that was you that made the noise, can you do that again? What's the noise?
Yeah.
God, I definitely heard it, but really.
Can I ask, you haven't got a light on. Phil, you didn't move because I just checked that out because in that mirror I can see where the light is, but it's just like a dark shadow. It's just gone past the mirror, so it'd be in that corner. I quickly checked to see if you'd moved your camera with the light, and see that shadow now where you can
Yeah, where
see
it's projecting in the mirror.
it went dark, but you didn't move.
I didn't move, that's right.
You didn't move at all, but it went. I saw it go dark across. So it's hitting that mirror. Oh, just heard a whistle.
Yeah.
I heard the whistle.
Isn't that somebody whistled then?
I had a whistle.
It was
No,
like,
but you didn't whistle.
No,
No.
nobody here
That's
whistled.
a really good whistle. I hope you caught that, guys. And again then. So Phil and I have just come back in, and apparently you've been here whilst we've been gone. Did you try and talk whilst we weren't here? Were you trying to show yourself, show that you were here?
That was weird.
What? What?
Just literally like a white ball that was on the camera, and I tried to see if it was here, but it wasn't here. In my eyes.
Like a ping pong ball? Or...
No, like a big ball, like big on the camera, went from there to there round, and I looked up and I couldn't see it, but it was still on the camera. I was looking back and forth, and it was too big to be. I thought it was a bug. That's why I looked. That was weird, because I couldn't see it with my eyes, but it was on the camera.
Wow. We've just had, or Lisa's just seen a shadow in the mirror from that corner over there, black shadow. And we've heard some creaks on the chairs, as if someone's sitting on them.
a whistle.
A whistle.
Yeah.
We had the ball going up as well.
Should we see if we can ask you to whistle again?
Did you hear that whistle then?
I know, what's that?
Yeah, the footsteps all around. Did you hear that there?
Yeah. You're in the corridor? Can you make this whistling sound?
Spirit, would you like to come and join our circle? If we put you a chair out, will you come and sit with us?
The friend that's come for dinner.
Shall I put Alice box on?
Come and join us. That box won't do you any harm. It won't hurt you at all, but it'll let us know you're here. Because we think you're around us. We think you're trying to grab our attention, which is brilliant. Just sit down and join us.
Can you make 2 taps? Go.
That's got to be Isaac, surely.
That's
Two.
just 2 big thuds.
It was 2.
Straight after you asked.
Do it again, Lisa.
Thank you. If that was you, I'd love it if you could do it again. Copy, go.
There it is.
Jesus.
Is anyone else up there?
Isaac's not above this, but a floor above this floor.
Can you hear that out in the corridor?
Yeah, I heard like a foot.
Could you please answer me by the taps? 2 for yes, 1 for no. Are you male?
It was 4.
It's like running. It's like something running.
I can like hear voices, so could that be them?
Yeah, I think I can hear them. It's almost like got a television on the radio or something.
Yeah, it's just constant.
Are you a child?
It's like every time you ask a question, then it happens.
He's often too.
Quarantine.
Oh, good.
It's quite hard, sorry.
Even the spirits are telling us all.
You are so important to us. And just knowing that you exist would be amazing. If you could help us to prove that, we'd be so grateful to you. If you Could you just tell us your name or do something really spectacular for us if you can? Make a banging sound.
What was that noise?
I heard
What
those
the
like,
heck?
like that.
Did you?
You know, like a video or something, like rewinding.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, really?
It was like
Oh, that's interesting. Projector.
yeah.
Make a banging sound.
What was that noise?
Make a banging sound.
What was that noise?
You that made that noise just now?
Oh.
Oh! Okay.
Oh, it's my torch, sorry.
Well, can you come forward? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Do you want to move forward closer towards us? Come towards the chair. The empty chair. That was really good. We heard you move. Can you come a little closer? It's really weird when you go somewhere that you've been so many times and then suddenly get somewhere new in that place to go to. It feels like a new location, doesn't it?
Yeah, so the amount of times we've spent here, and then like say we come into a place like this that's we've never been in before.
Just like, feels like I've never been here. Would you be able to go and stand somewhere that we could see you perhaps, or see you move? Or just get an idea of your presence if we can. Honestly, we're not here to harm you or to ridicule you. Nothing, no disrespect, just a real wish to understand and know or believe that you still exist. Behind the screen to the far side, just seen something move.
Okay, that's where we heard the noise a minute ago.
In the middle, right on the edge, I've got goosebumps. Just on the edge of the middle, on the side, I've just seen something move, almost like pop round and go. What's that coming from? What's that?
What's behind us?
Get on my chair. It's on my chair, Phil.
I can hear it.
Tapping on the chair.
I'm hoping you all heard this. I'm sure you did, because we're videoing. There was tapping on Hazel's chair. There were 3 and then
God, 3 and 2.
2.
Are you standing right behind me? What's that? What's that? I promise you I'm not afraid. If that was you that was tapping on the chair, that was absolutely brilliant. And again, Phil, you're going to have to come closer to hear it. It's happening again. Keep going, keep tapping. Go on. Give me 3 taps. It's not me moving because it doesn't happen when I move. Well, that was amazing.
That was fantastic.
Come on, do it again. Try and do it again for me. Honestly, I'm in shock at how amazing you are. So we're now in the Naughty Boys corridor, which I know that a lot of you that have been to Newsham in the past will know this very, very well and been terrified here on many occasions. We have the cupboard spaces, which I know you know a lot of. I know some of you have been locked in here in the past or trapped in here. I'm going to just span round to the whole corridor so you can see it in its entirety. A really amazing part of the building where we've had so much activity in the past. Nothing has changed in here at all. And it's exactly as it was before we left over 18 months ago nearly. So we're going to do a vigil in here just for all time's sake. So I'm sure some of you will really enjoy this if you get the activity. Does anybody want to go in the cupboard?
I'll go in the cupboard.
Okay. So Mandy is going to offer to go into the cupboard.
Which one, anyone?
Anyone you want. Go into the double cupboard, Mandy.
Go all the way down the bottom.
The bottom on the right side.
Just behind your Hazel, just going to go in here.
So we're just going to do a bit of calling out in here. We've got Mandy in the corridor, in a cupboard down there, which I don't know if you can see, but that's where she is. Spirits, just want to say thank you very much for having us back. I know it's been a while, and I'm sure you've missed us as much as we've missed you. We're in a naughty boys corridor where it's thought that children were actually shut into these cupboards for copious amounts of time as a form of punishment. And in the past when we've been in here, we've actually had knocking on the door, vibrations, banging, all sorts of things, to be honest. Yes.
So there's a bit of noise. I think a couple of calls on the paper. Just on it. Sure it was.
Somebody want to ask out? Lisa.
Hi, we're here now in the boys' corridor, as Hazel's just said. Could you make a noise, a bang or a tap? If that was you, one of those lovely unfortunate children that had to stay in these doors, these cupboards, could you tap like this? Or move it?
Is that you, Mandy?
Yeah, I think it's a bit crowded. A bit crowded in here.
Crowded or cramped?
Crowded.
Crowded.
In what sense?
It feels like, I know there's no drafts or anything, so I'm shut in a tiny cupboard, but all around the bottom of my legs, so I've got my knees down, and ice and cold, it's like there's somebody sitting down there.
Do you want to start calling out, Mandy?
If there's a spirit in here with me, or anybody in the corridor, could you make a noise for us, please? Could you open this door for me, please, Spirit? Could you let me out?
Spirit, we've moved away from the end of the door, from where the door is. You're now free to come down if you want to. Can we hear your footsteps walking towards us? We know how angry you are. We know how upset you are that we're here. We have great experience of you. What's that? Is that your stomach, Nancy?
No. It was down this way. Did you hear it?
It was like a very, just low thump.
Thud.
Thud. It was like a thud noise, yeah.
Did you hear it, Mandy?
I heard something, yeah.
Okay.
Come on, walk in, come down corridor. We're not children, so we're not afraid. We can actually stand up to you. We're not going to cower. That's look. Oh, I just saw something in the light then.
Do you know when I've just moved? Because I'm not even anywhere near that. Did you hear that go? Because you turned round. And I thought, is it me being too close to it? And I thought, that was like a... Oh. Do you want me to drive home?
What happened? Just walk into the door?
How is that?
I was like, are you alright? I just went so like dizzy, and then I was like, oh, I was going to film you, and then I just
I just saw you going, I was going to stop you. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.